Hello and welcome back to Sacred Vapes. Channel that aims to bring you the views and experiences of products in the market today, brought to you by an average vapor. Now this week I've got something very special to bring to you. It's something that it's not going to be a worldwide product. It's based over in China. That's the only way you can get one, and I've absolutely fallen in love with it. It's this, the Vapelustion Hannia mod. Now, when I said you can only get it over in China, it's only going to be made for the Chinese market. That doesn't mean you can't buy one yourself. By all means, that's how I managed to get one. You can go and order it over from one of the Chinese sites to stock it. But yeah, I just think the design of this is just absolutely stunning. That's what really stood out for me. I was a little bit worried it was going to come and it was going to be a plastic device, but that is not the case here. And over the past couple of weeks I've been using this. Certainly if you've seen the channel update you would have seen me using it then. But yeah, I've absolutely loved using this. So what I want to do now is I want to break it down, show you the up close, what you get in the box, and then we'll come back up top and we'll talk about the pros and cons. But first, let's give her a vape. So here we go. This is what the packaging looks like. It's absolutely massive. It really is. Compared to other boxes that you normally get, it really is massive. I mean, there's a bit of English on it. So you go, that's all in Chinese. All that's in Chinese, whatnot. And yeah, box is so big I can't fit it on the camera. So yeah, that pulls out. And here's your box. Open it up, and first thing you get is starter kit, starter guide, a nice envelope. You get the mod itself, looks absolutely stunning. You get this open, you get replacement battery doors, 2 different designs, as you can see. Compare that to that, and then on the other side you get a USB cable. So we get some batteries in this mod, and we'll get a look at how it works. You do get a battery ribbon inside of it, gold connectors. There we go. Snap the door back on. Now the mod itself, from fire button to navigation buttons, USB port. You get both your magnetic battery door sides. Get Chinese rating on the side there, and you get a 510 pin on the very right hand side of the mod with some vent holes on the bottom. Now if you want to change your battery doors, I say you can change both. So it simply just pulls off with little ledges there, and then you simply snap the new one in place. So you can mix and match if you want to, same as the battery door itself comes off, and that can be replaced. So we'll get working this now. As you can see, I've still got the screen protector on somehow. So there we go, it's on. Normally you'd have 3 clicks and it would come on itself. Your screen has wattage, volts, ohms, amps, puffs, which seems to be set as 0 for some reason, joules, and your 2 battery indicators. Now to lock the device is 3 clicks. There we go. To turn the device off is 5 clicks. Just to give you an indication of how quick it loads up. Now to get into the menu system, it's a little bit different. You hold these 2 buttons down, and as you can see, change the power mode, temperature mode, bypass mode. So you select, and then you get standard, soft. There, obviously your preheat settings. So back to that. Temperature mode, again, pick that. Let you pick up the different types of coil. And then obviously bypass mode will not give you any options whatsoever. And then you hold the buttons down again and it locks it in place. So that's about it for this mod. So we'll take it back up close, and what we'll do is we'll get talking about the pros and cons of it. And welcome back. So yeah, as you can see from the up close, absolutely stunning device. I mean, if you want a blue demon on it, you can change it yourself. It's nice and easy. So yeah, as I said at the start of this video, I fell in love with this, but we'll get talking about the pros and cons of it now and really weigh up, is it really worth seeking this one out? So, first pro for me, as you guessed it, is going to be the design of it. Absolutely stunning design. Especially if you like anything manga related, anime related, it's really going to stand out for you. But it's nothing like anything else on the market today. It really isn't. So I'll give you another up close of it. It really is an absolutely beautiful device. Yeah, and especially the fact that you can change them, that's going to be a pro. And it's so easy to change compared to something like the Mech-Man, where you have to unscrew the whole case to change your design. The fact that that just lifts off, you know, massive pro for me there. Next pro for me is that the chipset inside of it is dead responsive. It's again, I was very cautious about this before I received it, but the chipset, I say, it fires quick. No issues there. I say it hits hard. I mean, this is 100 watts, and I say it does hit hard. You're definitely getting the full 100 watts there. The menu system, nice and easy. I'll give that a pro. The fact that you can just select your different options and you're not going into a convoluted system, you just simply change between them. Big fan of that. Plenty of information on the screen. Plenty of information there. Just see, it's not going to zoom in there, but yeah, plenty of information, so you can see exactly how you're vaping, especially if you're using a rebuildable device. You know, you're going to get every little bit of information coming through there that you wouldn't normally get on a normal box mod. So next pro for me is that the fact it's metallic. It's a metallic mod. It does feel a little bit heavy, but it means it's solid. You know, it's not cheaply made. It's nice. It feels nice in the hand, nice and solid, nice weight to it. So yeah, big pro with that. Everything's nice and clicky. So I've not had any misfires, any sticking issues. So it works really well. Screen's nice and bright. And yeah, the fact it comes with a battery ribbon. I'm taking the wrong side off. It comes with battery ribbon. Then batteries are a little bit snug in there, but the battery ribbon does help. And yeah, magnetic part is quite strong. I mean, there is a little bit of a lift there if you catch it on something, but overall that's not going to move at all unless you're physically trying to move it like I am now. So yeah, pretty much all the cons. The pros I've covered there, so we'll get on to the cons of it now. First con for me is going to be that on top. I'd rather preferred it to be a centralised pin rather than on the very side, because you're going to get overhang, as you can see. So that's a bit of a con on this one. It's not going to be great for big tanks. I mean, this is a big tank on top, so it's going to be more suited for something smaller, something around the 24-25mm range. Next con for me is going to be, I'm just trying to think of one now. It's a bit big. I mentioned it's a little bit heavy. It does feel heavy in the hand. That may be a con for you, but I find it as a box mod, it's a little bit too big, that it feels a bit blocky in the hand compared to something like the drag well, sorry, Drag 2, yeah, pretty much any box mod that have come out in the last 6 months. They have shrunk them down a little bit to fit more in the hand. This one doesn't seem to do that. So, yeah, if you prefer a nice big box mod, you're going to love this, or if you've got bigger hands than me. um, Going on to the menu system now. The only thing I'd say is a bit of a con is the fact that you have to use these buttons to switch rather than, say, like a free click system. I mean, I do love the fact that it's a free click lock. You know, I do like that. You know, I haven't seen that in a long time, but you know, again, it just makes the menu system a little bit easier to get into if there's some sort of fire button option there. And other than that, I can't really fault the device. Battery life on this is fantastic. You know, it will last you all day. That's pretty much what you'd expect. The little battery indicators go down in 3%. It's about 3% it goes down each one. So that's a bit of a nice clear way of showing you. And yeah, we'll get on to the overall of this now. I've turned the device off, guys. You can tell that things can go wrong. There we go. So overall, this is going to be one of them devices that you buy based on looks. As a box mod, it performs fantastically. The chipset works really well. It's really responsive. As I say, battery life's great. Exactly what you would want from a dual 18650 device. It's nice and easy to use. It does give you those few options in there to bypass the temperature control. And yeah, just overall, this is going to be a really aesthetic mod that you buy. But what you're going to be getting as well is a very hard-hitting device and something, well, worth picking up. Would I recommend this? Absolutely. As I've said a couple of times, I've fell in love with this. And this I can see really staying in my collection for a long time. So yeah, that was the Vapelustion Hannia mod. As always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Coming up this weekend as well, we're going to have another juice review for you guys, and I'm going to bring another entry in the pod series, so check that one out. But as I always say, I really appreciate you watching. Stay safe. And keep vaping.